What's up, people? So some of y'all may know that I posted a testimony on YouTube. It's probably about two and a half hours long. It's three parts, and it's crazy because I swore I could have remembered that I posted this part of my testimony in there, but it's crazy how God works. He let me leave it out because I didn't really have the understanding of what was really going on, and putting titles on things that I thought I knew what was happening. So a part of my testimony that I left out was there was a point really, and God knew, where I literally came to the end of myself. I knew that there was nothing in my human strength that I can do to change my life, to pick myself up out of the pit that I was in. None of that. The only way I seen my way out was dying, literally dying in my sin. And God knew that I was at the end of myself. And around this time, man, I was doing so much walking, like literally walking on my 2 feet, dealing with spiritual warfare, which I know it was now, because if you would have ran into me at the time where I was going through these things, you would have thought that I was crazy. And the people that I was around, they thought that I was crazy. I was literally walking around with a sword in my book bag, thinking I'm some type of demon slayer. You know what I mean? Fighting with a sword. A sword wasn't doing nothing to no demons in the spirit. But anyway, I was literally at the end of myself, man. And God knew that. And I distinctly remember, because it was my son's birthday. October 23rd is his birthday. But this situation happened going into the 24th overnight. So, that night, man, I'm doing so much walking. I'm just stressed. I want so much more in life. I want so much more for my kids. I want so much more for my family. You know what I mean? Like, I had heart's desires and things like that, but there was no way that I could see my way making any of that happen. I lost my ambition. I was in this dark cloud. There was a gray cloud over everything that I seen, literally. So God knew I was at the end of myself, man. So that night, I was just so stressed. The world was just like so heavy on my shoulders. No lie, man. Whoever came up with the weight of the world on your shoulders, I don't know what place from their heart or their mind or their soul they were speaking from, but this is literally what I felt like. The world was on my shoulders, man, and I was getting crushed by it. So that night, man, God knew that I was just at the end of myself. You know what I mean? I laid down that night. I could not go to sleep, and I was just so upset with myself that I got to this place in life. I laid down and I cried literally, man, for 6 hours straight. I don't know how my body produced this much tears. You know what I mean? My ears were full of tears, literally. You know what I mean? My ears were full of tears. And I laid down to go to sleep. It's probably like 11 o'clock at night. And I did not go to sleep until the next morning. You know what I mean? So I'm laying there just crying for hours on hours. And as the sun is rising, there's blinds right next to the bed that I'm laying in. Blinds, like window blinds or shades. And I literally see the sun start rising through the blinds. And the sun starts peeking through the blinds. So I'm like, oh man, I'm just crying. Like, can't believe that I sat here and cried all of this time. But as the sun is rising and shining through the window, like my tears are in my eyes, and it's like I see like this twinkle. You know what I mean? Like when a light is shining through water, like a twinkle, like a sparkle, like a rainbow type of thing. As the sun gets to the top of my blinds, this is no lie. Some people know what I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say if you know, you know. Some people know what I'm talking about. In the Bible, it says in the twinkling of an eye. Listen, as the sun got to the top of the window where I wouldn't have seen the sun no more. You know what I mean? Because it just would have been, up in the sky high. Early morning. This had to be like 7 o'clock in the morning. As it got to the top of the window, in an instant, just like this, man, an angel came through the window. Like God's presence, for one. God let me know that he was there. This is why what confirmed to me today to reiterate, you know what I mean? God's presence was there, for one. But he sent the angel through the window. No lie. Remember what I'm telling you. I was in the dark. I was in the pit. No ambition, cloudy vision, everything. In life, my vision was literally cloudy, like black clouds, all of that. This is a real thing. In an instant, just like that, an angel came through the window. The window's closed. Angel came through the window. I'm looking like, what the heck? It's like moving at the top of the room, like to the left and to the right, like trying to find me or something. This is how I look at it. Angels trying to find me, or scanning, you know what I mean? Came through the window, stopped in the corner of the room, and in an instant, just like that, hit me in my heart. And I literally know now that when that angel hit me, it pumped life back into me, because it resuscitated my heart. Because when it happened, I had this like, you know what I mean? Like somebody coming back to life when you hit them with the shocker. That's literally what happened. And in that same instant, in a twinkling of an eye, I started seeing, I'm getting chills thinking about it. I started seeing colors so vibrantly, like beautiful. Like I started seeing the beauty. I got my ambition back. I knew that things were going to get better. That does not mean that overnight, but I just knew that there was a way out of what I was feeling. You know what I mean? I knew that God was real. I knew that Jesus was real. I always confessed Jesus with my mouth, but I didn't know the power therein, however they say it. But in an instant, in a twinkling of an eye, just like that, came and resuscitated my heart and renewed my mind, my body, and my soul. No lie. This is the truth. I don't care if you don't believe me, because for the ones that know what I'm talking about, they know what's up, man. And I'm telling you the truth. God is real. The power in the name of Jesus is real. Spiritual warfare is real. Walking in your authority is real, man. God is so good. God's grace is sufficient. You know what I mean? And oh man, I'm just, I'm in gratitude. You know what I mean? And remember that the biggest dream killer in the world is caring what other people think. You hear me? It really is, man. It really is. But other than that, if you want to hear more of how this whole situation transpired, click the link in my bio. Find my YouTube. Find anything else I got going on. If you like these shades I got on, you know what I mean? I got a plethora of different styles. No, not a plethora. I got 3 different styles of shades under my Just Vision brand, Just Vision LLC. Check out my music, the Good Life video. By the time y'all see this part of my testimony, it should be released. The Good Life video is being released on July 30th, 2026. So you know what I mean? Go and run that up. Yeah, I appreciate y'all, man. Speak life into life. We in the land of the living, so it's imperative that we speaking life into life, speaking life into each other. You hear me? Yes, sir.